Determine your teaching style. As a teacher, it is your job to be able to reach all of the students so they learn as much as possible. Sometimes it may seem like a struggle, but by determining and understanding your teaching style, you may figure out how to reach more of your students. There is no right or wrong way to teach, and style is a subjective thing, but here are some ways to figure out which style most closely resembles what you prefer. Formal authority. Do you focus mostly on delivering content? If you have a teacher-centered style, you could prefer formal authority. Educators who teach in the formal authority style generally feel it is their job to show the students the material and explain how to understand it. These types of teachers tend to lecture more and do not necessarily give a lot of time for student participation during class. Formal authority teachers need to feel they are in control and may not need to form relationships with their students beyond the classroom. Demonstrator. A demonstrator or personal model teacher also focuses on delivering content, but through modeling instead of lecturing. By showing the students the correct way to do the task at hand, demonstrators act as coaches and value student participation as an important facet of the lesson. If you try to incorporate instruction for different learning styles into your materials, then you could fit into this category. Facilitator. Perhaps you feel students should be responsible for their own learning and be more independent in their lessons. Most likely, then, you are most comfortable using the facilitator style of teaching. This type of teacher embraces group projects with peer-to-peer tutoring and learning groups. Activities are a big part of your curriculum and you try to vary the instruction often to allow creativity. Delegator. The delegator puts even more emphasis on student independence than the facilitator. If you allow your students to choose what types of assessments and projects to do on their own with little to no input from you, then you are a delegator. You expect students to learn how to work in a group and also to stay on task when working independently. By letting your students explore and design their own projects around a set curriculum, you hope to teach them more than just the subject at hand. Maybe you fit into one of these categories, or maybe your style varies depending on the classes you teach. To find out which style is most like you, take a style inventory test at http://www.longleaf.net/teachingstyle.html. Quick tips. Do not be afraid to experiment with all of the teaching styles until you find something that fits you and your students the best. Useful links. Teaching style inventory, teaching styles and learning styles.